Hey guys, Crystal and Shadow here back with Steven Universe, and this time it's Escapism.
Yeah, watermelons, whatever. I have, of course, theories on what I thought was going to happen. Of course, my theories could still come true. I had theories on how I thought they're going to escape, and this could still tie into it. Obviously, we know Bismuth is there, we know Lion's there, we know Greg's there, and I was trying to put all the pieces together, and I figured, well, okay, all the significant gems are poofed. Peridot, Lapis, they're all gone. The crystal gems are all gone. But I figured, even before this episode, I had a theory on how they're going to get out.
Okay.
A spaceship's going to come in and blast the whole place open in its Lars. And here's the thing, maybe now it even makes more sense because he went back and told Bismuth, who's there with Lion. So Bismuth could just dive into Lion, pop back out of Lars, and then bam, explain a story and we're off to jail to save Steven with the help of Lars. We've still got to connect Lars because the last time we saw him wasn't that spectacular. I don't know when and if any of the major gems will reform. Obviously, the main ones will. I don't know about Peridot and Lapis, but that would be great if they do reform. Or maybe they won't and we won't see them until the movie. But we only have one episode left of the season. It's 40 minutes, so anything could happen because they can cram, as we saw from the wedding episode, if they can cram a lot into a 20-minute episode, they can cram a lot into 40 minutes.
Boy.
So anything could happen, whatever. Most of this episode was kind of just small potatoes, who cares, watermelons. It's all about just wondering what's going to happen.
It was interesting to see that the watermelons have separated into two tribes, the Spears and the Stars. So Steven had to kind of convince them to join forces to help him build a boat, which got destroyed by the watermelon shark anyway. But I liked that the puppy melon somehow recognized it was him in there.
That's true, they didn't recognize him last time. I was wondering if Steven could make some kind of signal to say, hey, I'm not your regular watermelon, but I guess not.
Yeah, he could try to explain, hey, I'm basically your god. I created you. Help me.
Oh, well.
And of course, Lion recognized him right away. But then again, what are the chances a regular watermelon would have gotten that far?
Exactly, but at that point, they can just... And that's the thing. Either two things kind of happen. Either A, my hopeful theory about Lion going to get Lars's help, or B, they just use Lion to go off into the jail. Because, I mean, if Lion's there, they could just Lion can make a wormhole. They just teleport in, grab Connie and Steven, then teleport out. Easy done, easy simple, who knows?
I mean, you saw how tired Lion got just from making a warp to the moon.
Yeah, I didn't say it's impossible, but Lion could do it. I'm not sure Lion would have the willpower if he knew he had to save Steven and Connie and everyone else. But, look, I'm very certain that one of my two theories is at least close to being correct. I don't know which one, possibly a mix of both. I mean, to be fair, those are the only pieces left on the board.
Yeah, I can't say anything about that. All I can say is that song was beautiful.
Who cares? I didn't care for it that much. The only other thing I was thinking about before this episode of what's left to happen is, we haven't seen any townspeople since the wedding episode, and I'm thinking to myself, are we really going to end what was considered to be the last season off without seeing the townspeople one last time?
I mean, it was a good episode to end them on. They all got their moment.
That's true. We did say they all got their moment, and hey, a lot of season 5 has been about giving them one last moment and one last episode each. So, who knows? I don't know if it could be pretty much a mostly gem-only episode except for Greg and Connie. Who knows? I really have no clue. This episode was okay. I'm just going to give it a 7. The only exciting part is theorizing.
It was intriguing at first watch, mostly because of how much they teased us with little things. For example, when it was announced that there would be a song featuring both Stevani's voice and Connie's, people were theorizing, how could Stevani and Connie be singing? But it was mostly Stevani, but there was a bit of Connie's voice in there too, so I don't know. But yeah. It was just a song that played in the background, and it was their voices, but...
They didn't feel like playing that many voice actors. Stevani, Steven, and Connie are the only speaking roles. They didn't even give Greg or Bismuth any speaking roles.
Yeah, true. Oh, and another thing I noticed that was interesting Remember way back in Bubble Buddies when we had to tell Onion we need a harpoon gun? Stephen draws a picture, then Connie instead writes harpoon gun, and she says it made more sense. That's what we had here. First he drew a picture. It was a good picture if you know what it's supposed to be. We saw garnet, amethyst, and pearl.
Bismuth would recognise.
Yeah, but yeah, we had the diamonds poofing them and all that, but they couldn't tell what the picture was, so he just wrote, help, we need backup.
Well, what's the last episode of the season called?
It is called Change Your Mind, though it was originally teased as being called Battle of the Heart and Mind.
Ooh,
but for some reason they changed it to just Change Your Mind.
I've theorized on how they've escaped, but as for what else is going to happen in the last episode of the season, we know White Diamond's got to be there. Obviously, the other diamonds will be there. I don't know what else there could be. And we already had a huge, amazing, spectacular battle, and I don't think they're going to top that. Like, you said it might be topped, but maybe not in the sense of a battle. I have no idea. Look, I really have no idea. But process of elimination leads me to believe that Lars has to be in it anyway. Because you said he's going to have a spectacular comeback, even though I said it would have been great in the wedding episode. And I doubt his spectacular comeback is in the movie or future. Has he been in space that long? So, anyway, before you say anything you regret, just give us a rating so we can get out of here.
7.5?
I said 7, but that's okay. Enough about that. We all just want to get on with life. So we'll see you next time for the end of season 5 and other things as well.
See you next time, guys.